Assalamualaikum and a very good day. So today I will talk about Chapter 1 Part 1 Introduction to Sustainable Construction Management. So sustainable construction is generally based on healthy built environment concept which are concerned with resource efficiency and a balanced ecology life cycle. So the concept of sustainability comprised of three main pillars, which is economic, social, and environmental. So this concept embraces a more inclusive society in which the benefits of increased economic prosperity are widely shared with ecological friendly and more efficient consumption of natural resources. So that is sustainable construction. Okay, so we have the triple bottom line. Okay, so the triple bottom line, or we call it TBL, is an accounting framework that incorporates three dimensions of performance, which is social, environment, and financial. So combine these three, we have this sustainable development. So the blue color, which combine environment, economic, and social, is the sustainable development, which is actually a little bit differs from traditional reporting framework, as includes ecological or environmental and social measures that can be difficult to assign appropriate means of measurement. So the TBL dimensions are also commonly called the three Ps: people, which is the social; planet, which is the environment; and profits, which is the economy. So three Ps: people, planet, and profits. And also these three Ps also refers to three Ps. Okay. So this concept embraces a more inclusive society in which the benefits of increased economic prosperity are widely shared with ecological friendly and more efficient consumption of natural resources. So what is needed? Okay. First, expanding future options. This is not constraining future life experience of restricting future social choices, so that future generations can enjoy at least the same benefits as people do today. For example, today we have a clean river, clean beach, for example. So we need to maintain it, keep it as it is, so that the next generation, even 100 years coming in the future, they will experience the same nature that we have. Okay, jangan lagi nanti bila time kita buang je sampah. We just throw anything because people say that human, no, animal leave their footprints when they come to some places, right? They leave their footprints. But humans, what they leave? Manusia tinggalkan apa bila dia datang kat satu tempat tu? Human always leave their rubbish. They throw away all anything. The plastic container, the cup, minum air buang je sampah kat situ. So we need to actually change. We need to change, okay? Design for nature. As we have exceed the earth carrying capacity and cannot increase the nature's carrying capacity, we can only achieve sustainability if we redesign the built environment. So means that we need to blend together with the environment, not only for human. Because previously we built only for human. For example, we just cut down the trees and build our houses. At the same time, the habitat in that forest, when we cutting all the trees, had been what we did. We actually ignore. So the animals need to run away anywhere. Kalau dekat Malaysia ni banyak monyet lah, monkeys, right? So we take their homes. So they need to go somewhere else. So where they go? So a few years ago in Parit Raja itself here, there are so many monkeys on the street, on the road. Kena langgar, mati kena langgar. Orang kata mati katak kena langgar kan? Ni mati monyet. Mati monyet kena langgar kat atas jalan. because we took their home. They don't have any home anymore. So we need to design for nature. Means that we do not ignore the environment. Okay, taking affirmative public action. Okay, to reduce the negative environmental impacts of past development paid for by resource, energy savings, or performance contracting. So this means that we have took some environmental resources, for example, resource depletion. We have this, they said in few years coming, we will lack of oil, gases, and things. So we need to actually taking actions so that we can preserve these resources, okay? Using nature resources. By using nature resources, for example, solar system, and performance contracting means we do something to reduce the negative impact on the environment. For example, we build the green roof, okay? We manage our waste, okay? So we taking action, right? So why we need to do this, okay? So this is a basic of sustainability where because we need to do this because it affects everyone, okay? For example, every year in Indonesia, they burn this paddy field. Jerami padi tu dia bakar kan? They burn it every year. What happened to us? Apa terjadi dekat Malaysia bila dia bakar? Everyone, bukannya Indonesia je yang terbakar. And what happened to our ozone layers? Nipis, okay? The ozone layers become thinner, and they found out that during the burning session, they have this black spot. Ada banyak bintik hitam dekat kita punya ozone layers, and it keep increasing. So the black spot is not only for the Indonesian, betul tak? Bukannya kat Indonesia je cover, semua satu dunia. The whole world actually affect with that. Sebab satu bumi lah, bila dia ada black spot, semua orang kena. And increase the global warming and so on. So it actually affect everyone. The ecosystem of the planet are interconnected. And for example, the air system, the global water, even for example, COVID-19 first appear in China, and then suddenly the whole world, satu dunia kena. Okay, so something like that. Okay, it's not a future concern. Why it is not a future concern? Okay, why it's not a future concern? Because it's already happened. Life is already unsustainable 1/3 of the world's population. 1/3 daripada population dunia dah tak unsustainable pun. They live with extreme poverty, without clean water, food or energy, often amidst warfare over territory and resources, especially children, women and the poor. Sebab tu kita ada UNICEF kan. UNICEF help the children to actually receive immunization, food, healthy life, because 1/3 of the world's population already unsustainable. Okay, can you imagine USA, United States of America? They have so many corns, banyak sangat jagung. Until at one time they actually produce cooking oil using corn and claim that their cooking oil is better than ours, okay, because we use oil palm tree. And then they also process dog food using their corns, you know. But at the same time, their neighbors in Mexico starving. Can you imagine? So maksudnya the 1/3 of the world population already unsustainable, which they are not having the same situation with us. Should be we share everything. Okay, maksudnya sama tara. Sepatutnya kalau bila kita sustainable. Okay, it's also about ethics, inequality. So this is what I said just now. Inequality eventually leads to disparities of power and wealth. Okay, so that's why some someone or some country control the resources. Okay, contohnya minyak siapa control, the oil siapa control, the macam tu lah, semua ada someone that controls the resources of nature resources. So sebab tu dia pergi pegang kat kuit, kenapa dia nak ambil apa. So that's why, which ultimately results in physical conflict and environmental destruction. And sustainability requires institutional and physical change to correct existing inequalities. So we, you, not only us, okay, but you, the next generation, need to do this, need to correct the existing inequalities so that all people get the same resources. Okay, if we have so many food, we can distribute to others. Bagilah ke orang lain. Don't let them starving. Okay, ini Malaysia banyak buang makanan kan. Usually in Ramadan, according to my research, we actually throw food waste 4 times. Previously, they said that the previous researchers mentioned that 3 times more people in Malaysia throw food waste, but actually 4 times, 4 kali ganda food waste kita bertambah. Banyaknya kita buang makanan, orang lain lapar tak dapat makanan. So maksudnya, even though we are rich, kita tak kisahlah, contohnya macam kita ada duit, kita boleh beli makanan tu. But it's not your right to throw the food. It's not your right to waste the food. You know, bukan hak kita. For example, in Paris, if you don't finish your food, that is illegal. Awak boleh dipanggil, diorang boleh laporkan polis, boleh tangkap sebab buang makanan. Okay, so macam tu. It is design problem. Okay, sustainability is a function of system design, for example, development and decision-making system. So currently, environmental management, planning and design are parts of the problem as they are focused on reducing the relative harm of future development. So that's what I said just now. Previously, we just built for ourselves, for the human, without not taking any concern on the environment, the habitats, the flora and fauna. Kita buat untuk kita je. But now we need to actually redesign so that we not only design for us, but we also design for others, for the existing habitat in that location. For example, in Port Dickson, so when they built the federal highways, when they built the road, they found out that the habitat, the elephants, kat situ kawasan gajah, elephants. So they built roads for human, but they also built bridge for the elephant to cross. Ada jambatan untuk gajah. So nampak jalan tu, kenapa ada jambatan kat atas tu tak ada orang lalu pun? Because that is for elephant, untuk gajah melintas. Okay, so win-win situation. We got our roads, the elephant also can cross and go to their own habitats. Okay, macam tu yang sebenarnya sepatutnya berlaku. Alright, construction industry transformation program had been done by our government. Okay, this is starting from 2016 to 2020. And the program actually had 4 strategic thrusts, which is quality, safety, and professionalism, which is covers the quality, safety, and professionalism to be ingrained in industry culture. Environmental sustainability, where Malaysian sustainability construction to be a model for the emerging world. Productivity, where more than doubling productivity matched by higher wages, and internationalization, where we want to become champions to lead the charge locally and globally. Kita sampai nak buat macam tu, jadi champion. And they found out the construction productivity increased by 60% because it last year, okay? So this is media statement on 4th March. So actually we had success 60% under CITP. Okay. So among the success under 5 years transformation plan are significant positive change in safety and health, quality and professionalism. So actually we had increased by 60%. Okay. So CITP transformation initiates towards environmental sustainability. So to drive innovation in sustainable construction, to actually drive compliance to economical environmental sustainability ratings and requirements. Sebab tu kita ada GMMI, GBI, okay, ada rating tu. Focus on the public projects to lead the charge on sustainable practice and facilitate industry's adoption of sustainable practice. So that's why our government actually had introduced the new policies where all construction in Malaysia need to have how many percent? 13% on the sustainabilities. Okay, if you maybe later you will experience when you do your industry attachment. Okay, most of the housing construction, for example, in Malaysia, they have adopted the maybe the rainwater harvesting system, the solar system, because they need to have this 30% on the sustainability. So dia kena ambil lah apa dia nak buat apa, green building, solar system ke, so they need to achieve 30%. If not, kena apa ni, kerajaan tak nak bayar dia punya payment ke apa, because contohnya for example previously the low cost housing. So we in Malaysia we still lack of low cost housing. So the government had done these policies where 30% of the construction need to have this low cost housing. So same with this, 30% need to have the sustainability concept. Okay. And reduce irresponsibility waste during construction. So how we want to reduce waste during construction, we need to do recycle. Okay, so whether you want to recycle, upcycle or reuse, okay, but the main thing by reducing the waste, so that it will not pile up our waste. Okay, so for your information, Malaysia actually spent 3 billion, bukan 3 million tau, bukan 3 juta, billion, 3 billion a year, every year to actually manage their waste, manage our waste, not their waste, our waste. Okay, kita ni buang sampah banyak sangat, 3 billion, that is a lot, right? 3 billion is a lot. Boleh bagi beasiswa, scholarship to the students. You do not have to borrow from the PTPTN anymore. If we can do something by managing satu je in sustainable construction, kita tackle satu je waste je, kita dah dapat 3 billion actually. So 3 billion can actually used by the government every year, bagi beasiswa, tak payah ada student ni buat loan PTPTN, bagi student more scholarship, bagi student more facilities, okay, build more, give more apa ni, occupation, peluang pekerjaan, kan, betul tak? Because Malaysia nowadays, we have, I know every year we have thousands of graduation, banyak graduate every year, and then dah jadi, I don't know, maybe because of the COVID-19, dah jadi macam Indonesia kan, sebab apa ni, graduate kita tak ada pekerjaan, menganggur, and they work as for example graduate kita kerja sebagai cashier, kerja dekat kilang biskut ke macam tu. So actually bukan nak cakap they waste their time, kita ilmu tu memang kita kena belajar, but you know, you have you know, you make loan to further your study, and you had study for 5 years, and then suddenly you become a cashier kan, macam tu, lepas tu jadi jual online kan. So this is things that need to be think about. So how we want to do this? So we need to actually have a good planning and option decision with the capacity and demand. So what is the capacity of our world? Okay, it is on the decreasing resource availability, because we know that we have resource depletion and waste assimilative capacity and also restoration capacity. So this is our capacity. So we need to actually fulfill the demand based on the capacity, because the increasing population will increase the global demand, will increase the market pressure, will increase the competitiveness, and also will increase the regulations. Okay, so this we call the funnel system, which the demand, the planning and option decision will be developed based on the capacity and the demand, so that we can have the sustainable business. Okay. So, okay, the construction project here, why we need to do this construction project? Because we have demand, and also people who do this business will get revenue. Okay, so but in the funnel system, we need to have this natural environment as the resources. So we need to have as environmental sustainability, where by using the energy and materials from the environment, we do the construction, right? And when we have finished our construction, we will have our products and services, right? Because the for example project is on the institutions, academic institutions, we have service as our product. Okay, so the product is not only bukannya barang seketul, okay, not only you cannot see there's something machines or anything, but also services is part of the product. So it can be product or services, okay, to actually fulfill the demand. Okay, but in process of getting this product or services, we will have the residuals. Ni yang akan jadi waste, which we need money to manage this if we do not apply the energy sustainability. But if we develop the energy sustainability where the residuals will go back to resources, means that we use it. Sampah tu kita kena jadikan sebagai resources. Okay, the residuals need to be transformed into resources. That is engineering sustainability. Okay, for example, masonry bricks. Okay, masonry brick. Dulu kita buang je yang masonry bricks yang pecah-pecah, kan, broken masonry brick. But nowadays we reuse, not recycle. Reuse means without any process, you use it. Okay, so means that, for example, you have this broken masonry bricks, and then you smash it, and then you reuse as aggregates. Okay, that is reuse. Okay, because so in recycle, we have this triangle. So the largest is reduce, means that you do not create any waste. You fully maximize all the materials become product. Tak ada waste langsung. That is reduce, or tak buat sampah lah. Maksudnya kalau for example you yourself, for example, you want to buy McDonald, okay, you bring your own container. Bawa tumbler sendiri, buah air, bawa tupperware sendiri, letak burger. Okay, means that you do not get any trash. Tak ada sampah kan, tak ada cup, tak ada bekas burger tu. Burger tu letak dalam tupperware awak. That is reduce. Okay. And then reuse. Reuse means macam bundle. Bundle is reuse. Okay, bundle to reuse means that you have things that you don't want anymore, but you give away to others, or you sell to others. Pre-love. Perempuan banyak tudung kan, pre-love. So same here in construction. So for example, the broken masonry bricks we reuse as the aggregate. Or for example, when doing the demolishing previous old building, you took the cabinets, the sinky, bathroom accessories, apa-apalah yang boleh pakai lah, still can be used, you reuse. Do you know this hotel, I forgot already, in Melaka? Sebab dah 2 tahun tak berjalan kan, terus lupa. They actually reuse old cabinets, old furnitures. They have this tables, table, katil, bed, I'm not sure. I went to this hotel once. Saya pergi sekali. Tapi bau macam busuk lah sikit almari dia tu. they repaint actually, they repaint everything. Nampak cantik, very nice, look nice. Tapi bila buka almari tu bau macam busuk lah. Okay. And then lastly, it's recycle. Recycles means that you need to go to certain process to use the materials. For example, plastic bottle. You have this plastic bottle and you sort to recycle. What they need to do is they will take the bottles, the plastic bottles, to the factory, process, and make another product. For example, that is recycle. You need to go to certain process to become another product. For example, papers, black and white papers will be processed to become tissue. Okay, so that's why black and white paper, if you go to recycle center, you find out they take your papers very cheap. Okay, because we actually do not separate. They charge differently. Black and white paper different charge, more expensive, and then coloured paper different charge. But if you do not separate, campur je semua, surat khabar lah, black and white paper semua awak campur, dia akan charge as a mixed waste. Tu jadi murah. Okay, tu dah belajar. Alright. So the construction project will fulfill the demand and revenue of the company, and will give a social economic environment will give product to the social economic and environment. So this need to have a socio-economic sustainability. Okay. Okay. So design as sustainability solutions. Most of the problems related to environmental degradation, for example, poverty, hunger, disease, injustice, can be traced back to inappropriate institutional and physical systems of development. And the design of built environment determines the resource, space, energy that is available for the future. Okay. And then most disease and injury in developing nation could be averted through small, low-cost environmental interventions, a common sense approach to ecological environmental planning, management, and design. Design for sustainability can be cheaper than doing nothing. So we need to start design for sustainability. That is the performance, the action that need to be taken by current and future generation. Okay. And then infrastructure buildings and cities could decouple economic growth from environmental impact. Good design can provide a higher quality of life with lower resources use. For example, compare that we use solar system as energy, for example, because Malaysia is a hot country. Memang panas kan. Last week actually I took leave about 3 days and go back to my hometown. Dah lama tak jumpa parents kan. Panas dia kat Pahang. Tak ada hujan langsung. So actually we, instead of paying the bill, electricity bills, solar system is a good system for Malaysia. Tapi we have this to start, modal dia tu besar lah, the capital need to be big. because the ROI for solar system is about 5 years, macam tu, 5 tahun macam tu. Okay, but after that you will enjoy the benefits of it. Okay, so that's why you need to decouple from the economic growth and environmental impact. Kena combine together the economic growth. Maksudnya kita modal dulu banyak, but after 5 years we can enjoy the benefits. Okay, dah tak payah bayar bilapi lagi lepas 5 tahun. But that's why you need to combine. Siapa yang nak bagi modal banyak dulu tu untuk starting. Okay. Dekat mana? For social justice, environmental quality and security design in both the third world and west must be reconciled. Okay. Ialah macam banyak tempat yang masih lagi other countries that still suffers from the war, from the social life kan. Contohnya macam dekat Palestin. Dah bertahun-tahun dah tak berjaya-jaya lagi. Padahal berapa banyak negara yang terlibat. Okay. The many potential sustainability analysis has been taken to enhance sustainable development. For example, life cycle analysis, design career. Ni kita ada nanti dekat sini. Next slide on the sustainable, the life cycle analysis. Okay. But the question is how an organization can continuously flourish despite tons of challenges endlessly keep crossing the path. How? Okay. Or how can we place a number of eggs inside a small container without the probability of the eggs will fall off? Soalan dia. How we want to do this? So those questions might represent a several level of understanding, but surprisingly, the answer might be the same, which is a good management efforts. Okay. So management is very important. Previously, waktu dululah, bila kita kata kita ambil construction management, okay, even my boss previously, construction management, dia cakap, why are you taking construction management? Because my degree is pure civil engineering, but my master, I focus on construction management, master and PhD. So he said, why are you doing management? Management is not engineering, dia kata. Because previously people think that management is only for business people, but can you imagine how engineers want to manage their resources without have not how to engineers, someone, orang lain how they want to manage the construction without knowing the construction itself. So who need to manage the construction? The engineers, right? So that's why when you're taking construction management, most of the boss leaders yang manage, become a project manager and everything, they have this construction management. So sekarang bos saya kena tengoklah bila siapa bos dalam construction is, who is the project manager? The one that manage, right? So the project manager usually they need to have this construction management. Kena manage. So macam mana nak manage kalau dia sendiri tak tahu benda tu? Okay. Alright. And then so we have this actually chapter 1.1, definition on overview of management, project construction and site. So, actually this is to enhance student understanding on the whole concept of a sustainable construction project management. So we have this we have actually put it into two parts, which is on the overview of terms. So we want you to know what is the terms of means by the management, the project, construction and site. What is the means on these terms, okay? And after that, 1.2 is on their integration, which is we combine what is project management. Okay, tadi satu-satu je, apa management, apa project, apa construction, apa site. But here in integration kita combine dia jadi project management. What is project management? What is construction management? What is site management? So that you will have a deeper understanding on the management part. Okay, so management overviews. Okay, history, basic history. So actually the management practice has been tracked back to the ancient civilization as early as 5000 BC. Lama lah, yelah. Macam mana dia nak manage orang zaman dulu kan? Okay. So they have this also they have records of transaction in business, and they're using wood, kayu, batu, rock. They tulis kat batu, and after that they create papers using papyrus, in leaf, daun, kena guna daun untuk tulis. Okay. So 5000 BC, Sumerians start do the record keeping, followed by Egyptians, Hammurabi, and so on and so forth. Okay. Okay, what is the in definition daripada dictionary, from the dictionary Cambridge. Okay, Cambridge defines management as controlling, organizing someone's or something. Someone's or something means that single or plural. Okay, seorang ataupun dua orang. This is the definition by the dictionary. Okay. So basic management activities we have actually planning, implementation, and controlling. So this is in one cycle. Go back to planning, implementation, and controlling. So planning actually will define the objective, define resource needed in the project, and develop strategy. In implementation, kita buat, implementkan. Kita dah plan, kita implement. We will distribute resources, supervise implementation, coordination activities, motivate workers, and after that, after the we had finished, we need to control. Means that compare between progress and planning, reporting, and settle problems. Okay. So in management approach, we have this organization, scientific, bureaucracy, human relation, system, and contingencies. So organization, the importance of management relates to organization where they exist to achieve results. So you need to have this organization because organization will combine people together. Okay. And then scientific, the importance of selecting proficiencies means in order to coordinate and control work. So specific scientific management, where we do studies and test methods to identify the best, the most efficient ways. No SOP, no follow-up improvement. So that's why we need this scientific, because we'll improve. Okay. And bureaucracy, the importance of experience, discipline, and system of rules in management by using administration. Okay. And human relation, the importance of primary deliberation through human psychology and social elements. Why this is important? Because we alone cannot do. Maybe we have one expert in ourselves. Contohnya saya ada satu expert. But also I need so many people that need to help me to do this, right? So engineers, for example, they work together with other people that have different field, different different background, different field. Okay, so we need this human relation. So because efficiency alone is not enough to produce organization success. Success also depends on treating workers well. Okay, and system. The importance of a related subsystem while managing an organization. So actually systems can help us to actually improve more on the organization and manage. Contingencies, the importance of situational contingencies to select the most suitable structure system of management. Effective management theory or idea depends on the kinds of problems or situations that managers are facing at a particular time and place. So there are quite a number of approaches when discussing on the management as a whole. However, as far as construction project realms, concern, the organization approach fits better. Okay, it is because management in construction project consists of more than 2%, which entirely form an organization. Okay, so this is actually the management function in organization. These are the collection of functions that generally managers need to perform, which is forecast, planning, organizing, commanding, coordinating, motivating, staffing, leading, influencing, directing, controlling. So, you know, that's why in China, when the first pandemic COVID-19, how long they need to build their hospital, the new hospital? Berapa lama? Because they have good management. Mm. Over 100 excavators, okay, means that they have resources. Okay, 160 management staff, okay, and 240 construction workers came to the construction site. So they work day and night. So how this can be done? So this can be done with a good management. Ada good management je boleh buat. Tak ada good management, even though you have resources, even though you have people to work, but if you cannot manage, they will not come. Dia takkan datang kerja siang dan malam. Okay, so they have good management. Okay, waktu tu nak Chinese New Year tau, diorang kerja. Bayangkan. Okay, the other group, they have prefabricated. Means that they're not doing here, but they do their own construction in fabricated yard. Dekat sini. So all is prefabricated containers. Okay, so they have this all prefabricated, and they will transport to the location. So you see at the location, they finish up the everything, the groundwork, the earthwork, everything. But on the other side, they doing the building parts. And then they just transport to the location and combine. Cantum-cantum macam Lego lah, macam Lego. So can you imagine, as the construction is still in progress, many companies from all across China also went out to help provide building materials. So banyak tempat ni sumber yang buat benda ni bersama. So this one is construction panels. Okay. So this 1,000. Yeah, they produce 1,000 of briquette. This one air disinfectors. Yang ni transportation. So many others. They actually how they can manage to do this. So the key word is management, good management. So after 10 days, they receive patients already. Dah function, dah start guna dah. Okay, this is very good, right? In Malaysia, kalau kat Malaysia, ya Allah, nak renovate rumah pun dah tak berbulan-bulan. Before the COVID-19, the pandemic COVID-19, I renovate my house and it took more than 6 months. I think a year. Renovate rumah je tu setahun. Okay. Alright. So therefore, organization management become one of the most important ingredients to determine a successful organization, which consists of 2 or more people working together. A comprehensive definition of organizational management is the attainment or organizational goal in effective and efficient manner through management function. For example, planning, organizing, leading, and controlling towards organizational resources. Okay. So project. So definition of project. This one I think you have learned in construction engineering, right? Previously. So project is a temporary endeavor undertaking to create a unique product or service. Okay. Temporary means every project. Because when you say project, it is general. Bukannya construction project, dia project. Apa-apa pun ada business apa, project apa nak buat kan. Tanam cili, project tanam cili. So it's create a unique product or service. Okay. Because this is the definition of project. Kita belum fokus construction project yet. So this is definition on project generally. So temporary means every project has a definite beginning and definite end. Okay. Unique as the product or service is different in some distinguishingly from all similar products or services. Okay. When you have this certain project, it means that you will create slightly difference with others. Dia takkan jadi sama kalau misalnya tu projek awak. Okay, unless you take the product. Itu bukan projek, sebab awak buat ambil produk tu. Okay. Alright. Definition of project according to Association of Project Management (APM) in UK. Project is not an ordinary day-to-day basis which requires temporary teamwork from different parties in specific start to end point in order to achieve common goals. So this is definition of project according to Association of Project Management UK. And so according to International Project Management Association, APME, Holland, a time and cost constrained operation, okay, to realize a set of defined deliverables, which is the scope to fulfill the project objective up to quality standards and requirements. This is definition of from the IPMA, International Project Management Association. Okay, so so to actually achieve the quality within specific duration and also under budget within allocation cost. So generally the project is that to achieve the quality with set specific duration and under budget. Okay, so this is the project characteristic which we have limited resources, limited period of time, not repetitive, unique constraints and defined goals. So it will become a complex environment project. Okay, therefore a project should have these characteristics, which is a resource from the money, manpower, and also machineries and materials. This is resource. Okay, resource. Okay, objective, the goals to get the objective. Okay, we have set our goals. Satu je goals kita. Okay, daripada goals tu we have derived a few objectives to achieve the goals. So objective must be step by step. Okay, and our resources, limited resources, money, manpower, machineries, and materials. Itu 4M tu. Okay, and within a temporary time frame. Okay, we have limited period of time. So many involve a complex environment, may involve adopting cross-function and beyond the traditional organization borderline. Okay. So what the project critical component? Okay. What are the mutual objective among project? Okay. Who invests in the project? Who provide money for to execute the project? Siapa yang bagi duit untuk buat project? Client. Itulah kita punya stakeholders. Kita ada client, kita ada contractor, kita ada consultant. So the client actually provide money. Dia lah boss kita. Kita kena follow dia punya bukan order, actually to make the client satisfied. Okay, satisfaction. So client satisfaction, how we want to achieve this client satisfaction? Okay, client must want us to follow schedule. Maksudnya siap on time lah. Finish early also will make the client happy. Following the quality, okay, the client's quality. Dia bukan kita kata best quality. Ada juga client yang dia nak harga murah, quality so-so macam tu. So we need to actually follow the client satisfaction. Macam mana yang dia prefer, okay? With resources, available resources within the scope and also within the budget, okay? Sebab tu saya kata quality ni bergantung kepada client satisfaction sebab dia ada budget dia sendiri, okay? Janganlah awak buat quality, high quality tapi over budget. Okay, is for example in government's project, kalau government project, dia ada certain percentage for the VO variation order. Berapa? VO means, variation order means that money that need to be added to the construction after the budget that been approved. Okay, for example, the construction project is 100 million, okay? 100, and then during the construction you found out that you need to apply for another VO variation order because of the failure of the design, or they forgot to actually buat bangunan for example, tapi dia lupa nak buat nak buat jalan, bangunan yang tak ada jalan. So you need to apply for VO to do the road construction, contohnya. Tapi dia ada certain percentage sahaja yang boleh apply lah, tak boleh lebih daripada 30%, about 30% macam tu. Okay, this is the critical components in project and several views of scholars which pointing out the similar critical component in project, which is cost, budget, time and schedule, quality, scope, resource, overall client satisfaction, keep and equilibrium. Okay, so therefore to actually encounter the client satisfaction, this is the collection of project's critical components should be in equilibrium. Maksudnya setara je semua ni. Equilibrium tu maksudnya setara, stabil. Okay, so previously the triangle, the traditional in the traditional triangle, kita panggil traditional triangle, we have this only cost, time, and quality. Okay, that was in past, but which currently being substituted with newer form. We have hexagon, which including the resources and scope. Okay, so previously we only have cost, time, and quality. So now this hexagon has a resource and also scope. However, all components should be in equilibrium in order to achieve overall client satisfaction. It is because some increment and decrement in just a single component will affect another component. So bila dia ada increment or decrement in any components, it will not become this hexagon anymore. Dia jadi sengit lah, kan? Tak jadi this good as hexagon. Okay. Okay, this is previously the boleh nampakkan saya punya ni. So this is the iron triangle traditional project management objective, which only have cost, time, and quality. So these become the main objective in any construction and design work. Dia tak kisah pun pasal environment ke, resources ke. So we have dia kisah pasal cost, quality, and time. Siap macam tu. However, the current trend, the effect from the globalization and global economic crisis, the pressure from global communities and the awareness to put sustainable construction as the main priority have urged a new paradigm in looking for a broader perspective for the objective in design construction, where we have this new paradigm to minimize the depletion of resources, to reduce harmful emissions and maintain healthy environment, and also to conserve natural areas and biodiversity. Combined together, we have the global context. Ni lah yang global context ni. We have almost everything so far. Kita ada biodiversity this new triangle. We have another triangle which is on the health economy, on the social equality, on the environmental quality, which actually also taking care on the biodiversity, resources, and also emission. Okay, kita dah cover semua daripada yang lama triangle. We have this new triangle. So the current trend actually covers the globalization and global economic crisis, the increasing pressure, the sustainable construction in priority. So we have this previously time, cost, and quality only for people, but now we have another triangle is including the social equity and culture, economic priority, and environmental quality with communication, feedback, and education. Okay, so kita ada semua. And according to Yang, in responding to these needs, the integration approach, which also includes social, economic, environment, are required to provide a better outcome for the construction project. Okay. So this is a general sequence of project phases, and you can see here. All right, this is the project life cycle of a constructed facility. Okay, we have here the operation and maintenance, design and engineering, disposal of facility, market demands of perceived needs, startup for occupancy, procurement and construction, and conceptual planning. Okay, which one comes first? The sequence of stage. Okay, nombor satu apa? First one, we need to have what? In project life cycle. First, we need to have demand. Ingat tak yang tadi? Kita punya capacity and demand. Tadi yang tunnels tadi kan? So we need to have demand. Okay. So first is market demands or perceived needs. Okay, this is number one. After that, the sequence. Lepas ada demand, kita kena buat apa? We need to do the planning. So we need to have this conceptual planning and feasibility study. Conceptual planning and feasibility studies. Lepas tu baru kita buat design. Okay, design engineering. And then after design, Dah siap design, kita buat apa? Kita dah buat design, procurement and construction. Kita buat construction. Dah buat construction, baru kita start up for occupancy. Okay. And then after that, kita pergi dekat operations and maintenance. And then lastly, disposal of facility. Okay. So this is the cycle. Okay. So this is typical project phases, which is project initiation and assessment, and then we do the concept design, and then detailed design, construction planning, resource acquisition, construction, operation and maintenance, and retirement and disposal. And then the project life cycle of constructed facility, we have demand. Dekat sini, when we have demand, so we have client that actually give money to do the project. So we need to define the objective and scope of the project. And after that, we do the conceptual planning and feasibility study and design for the engineering. Remember, in construction engineering, you have to do the environmental impact assessment. Okay, you need to do the site investigation. Okay. And then design and engineering based on the feasibility study you had done previously. And procurement and construction, kita dah siap completion of the construction, and then start up for the occupancy. Dah siap tu, dah untuk, okay, bangunan kita dah siap kan, kita cari pekerja untuk bekerja kat bangunan tu. For example, you construct hospital. So you need to open for job application, okay, job application, and then the project can operate. Okay, yang ni yang kita kata start up for occupancy tu, occupation for the project. Bila project dah siap, bukannya occupation for the construction workers, bukan occupation for the project. Okay, contohnya kita buat hospital, kita cari pekerja untuk bekerja dekat hospital tu, barulah hospital tu boleh beroperasi. Okay, bila beroperasi, when the hospital operate already, kita ada maintenance. Maintenance itu masuklah yang waste management, buang sampah, electricity, lampu pecah, tak ada air, tak ada api, tak ada air. Itu semua maintenance. Okay, lift rosak. Sampailah satu masa disposal of facility, for example, berapa tahun, kita target berapa tahun. Kita target dia boleh beroperasi selama 50 tahun. Okay, after 50 years, semua dah rosak-rosak, dah daripada repair, better kita demolish and construct baru. So this is yang kita kata disposal of facility. So that's why when you doing construction, kita ada demolition of old building, bangunan lama yang dah tak beroperasi, kita nak demolish, kita nak buat baru. Tapi selain daripada demolish, sebenarnya in sustainability we prefer to rehabilitate baik pulih. Okay, the old building, but the cost is higher compared to demolish and develop new. Lagi mahal kalau kita baik pulih, because you need to do forensic. Macam CSI pula, CSI untuk bangunan. So forensik tu dia macam CSI tu kan orang, okay, bedah siasat orang, tengok jantung dia macam mana. New coming, now we have season baru kan, CSI. Okay. Macam tu juga bangunan. So kita kena bedah siasat bangunan tu, kena tengok dia punya konkrit tu macam mana, why this happen, kenapa the failure happen, because of what. Okay, ambil konkrit, masuk lab, tengok konkrit tu ada apa, macam tu lah juga. So the cost to pay for the forensic and then to improve untuk baik pulih semula bangunan existing building more expensive compared to demolish and then buat je baru. Tu yang Malaysia banyak yang runtuh je buat baru tu. Tapi sebenarnya sayanglah kan, bangunan lama tu sebenarnya menjadi sejarah kepada kita. Contoh macam dekat Spain. So this is actually general sequence of project phases. We have this initiation, planning, implementation and close out. Okay, so this is in scholar's point of view. Ini any project secara generalnya memang kena ada initiate, kemudian kita plan macam mana nak buat, kita buat and then kita close out. Okay. Tapi sebenarnya in construction project kita ada lebih detail, yang ni lebih detail. Kita ada idea, conceptual design, approval of concept design, preliminary and final design. Kita bid pula siapa yang boleh buat kan. And then decision to release for bid, advertise notice to bidders. Kat sini yang kita pilih contractor tu. And then we have this bid period and receipt of proposals. Sebenarnya kalau kontraktor dia kena beli, borang tender tu dia kena beli. Sebenarnya bagus tu isi belajar macam mana nak bid, nak isi borang tender, nak bid tender. Sebab daripada situ dia ada macam satu guidelines untuk client untuk select the contractors that pass the level lah. Sebab dia tengok kat situ current project, contractors current project, contractors resources dia ada berapa, duit dia ada berapa, pekerja dia ada berapa, macam tu. Semua tengok. And history, dia punya current, dia punya history sebelum ni ada experience ke tak ada experience buat project tu. Itulah dia kena pilih. And then notice to proceed, construction period, and then bila dah siap, kita ada inspection and acceptance of project. Okay. Oh, sekarang ni kita dah habis, kita pergi kepada, dah habis project, kita pergi on construction. Management, kita dah cover dua management and then project. So construction. Okay, definition from the dictionary, construction is a noun for building, commonly recognized as an act to produce something or product. The nouns for building. Tapi ni daripada dictionary. Is it construction only refers to building? No. Okay, in construction can be railways, dam, tunnel, roads, bus stop. Semua tu adalah construction. Okay, bukan building saja. But this is definition from the dictionary. Okay, write down what do you know about construction. What do you need to know actually? So this is what you need to know. Construction may go through the process of building something from the scratch or remodeling or upgrading an existing product. So that's why kita engineers actually make it real. Okay, architect they do this the scratch. Architect buat model, betul tak? Tu yang kadang-kadang kita tak suka architect ni, dia buat macam-macam model yang susah kita nak buat. Because you know we will make it happen. Kita yang akan jadikan model yang dia buat kecil-kecil tu. We will make it happen, make it real. Okay, from the model, from the scratch, from the architecture. So architecture ni dia nak buat cantik je kan selalunya. Semua cantilever, but engineers love to have more pillars, more columns to support the load. Kita nak banyak-banyak tiang kalau boleh nak support load supaya construction yang kita buat tu lebih senang dan of course tak fail. Okay. So construction versus manufacturing. What you need to know, construction versus manufacturing. So what is the difference between construction and manufacturing? Okay. So construction, construct a project. So project just now you had this characteristic which is unique, will be always different, but manufacturing have this mass production of similar product. Okay, for example, Samsung, dia akan keluarkan telefon je, handphone je, Samsung. But construction, contohnya we build school building. Is it same school building with the same design, but constructed in Batu Pahat and the one that constructed in other states, Perak for example? Is it same? Tak sama kan? Sebab we have different resources, we have different location, we have different condition of the location tu. Keadaan dekat situ lain, tanah dia lain, the even if you do the feasibility study, the soil condition, so everything, the design will be different even though you have the same design of the building. Bangunan tu nampak sama, but you have the different design on the engineering part. Okay, but manufacturing, kat mana kilang tu pun, okay, kilang telefon, Samsung punya telefon tu, even though the factory is in the, Batu Pahat or in Perak, they still construct the same product because any construction is unique, and given that it requires varieties. Okay, so that's why the difference between that. So a construction process is different from a manufacturing, although it produces a kind of product. Because manufacturer produce product begin with an initial design and it will be produced accordingly to the market analysis and what the respective customers want. Okay, they will not have customer until the product is being displayed on market shelf. On the other hand, construction started with the demand from the client. So daripada client tu ada demand, kita construct. Okay. And the process also need to have feasibility studies, consists of market survey, design, and so on. But with the help of input from the client who funded the project itself. So we need to do that one just now, the satisfaction of client. Okay, we need to fulfill the satisfaction of client. So that's why the construction is unique, because it have this given requires variety, which is construction techniques, knowledge, skills, patterns of relation between parties, the environment where the particular construction take place. Okay, so this is why the construction is unique. So definition of construction, which is consists of a collective of activity which need to be arranged according to predetermined specification and within a given time frame. Okay, so kalau awak belajar project management, kita akan buat WBS, work breakdown structure, where we need to actually arrange the activities accordingly and within time, specific time given each of the activity. So you need to know that construction was a complex, dynamic, and full of uncertainty. And every person within the environment, for example, the construction practitioners, need to be managed, and their relationship must be kept smooth and uncluttered. And also you need to know factors that influence the progression of construction industry, which is the social, economics, market force, labor resources, emergence of new technologies, environmental and government regulations. So you need to follow this. And also you need to know that construction phase is commonly prone to cost overruns due to several well-known problems, which is changes, delays, and etc., which usually followed by changes in contract and claims. For example, currently, sekarang ni, the cost of construction materials increase drastically, and actually the price increase daily. Harga dia naik setiap hari. Aduh, okay, for example, C-channel tu harga dia daripada berapa ringgit ni? RM21 last year. This year dia naik setiap hari sampai RM38 Malaysia. C-channel tu je. Jadi memang perubahan tu bergantung kepada cost, akan menyebabkan a few factors lah. Okay. And also you need to know during the construction phase, contractor plays a significant role. and their contribution may start as early as the tendering or bidding process until the physical product is completed as planned. So if you see the construction life cycle daripada idea, daripada inisiatif tu, idea tu sampai ke apa ni, demolishing, sampai ke akhir hayat dia, life cycle tu, the major part paling besar adalah construction phase yang paling besar dia punya proses. Okay, so contractors which play very significant roles in construction. So dia banyak bagi taken most of the cycle in the construction process. So contractors start dengan apa? Daripada tendering tu lah. Bila dia start beli borang tender, diisi borang tender tu dia dah play roles. Okay, sampailah dia serahkan projek. So resource in construction is 4M, which is money, materials, manpower, and also machineries. And the general sequence of construction process, we have this phase 1 is bidding and selection, phase 2 is on the construction, phase 3 goes up, and ni on the a few process on the scholar's point of view lah. Kita ada yang ada sampai phase 3, ada sampai phase 4, ada yang sampai phase 3 je. Okay, so this is actually differences, because you know the project itself have different types. Okay? But we not cover this in this subject, because you have learned this in construction engineering, yang conventional method, and also how you drive the project. Okay, apa ni, design and build ke, kan, yang tu awak belajar dalam construction engineering. Saya tak nak go through details sebab kita sendiri ni pun banyak ni topik nak kena bincang. Okay, so the construction process starting with the planning. Okay, and then we have this design, and also we need also to know the component production, and then construction assembly, component and transportation, and operate and maintenance, and lastly is assembly and also demolition. So daripada planning sampailah kita musnahkan balik, ataupun kita apa tu, buat forensik untuk improve balik, macam tu. So this is actually the construction process that covers everything. Ni yang saya cakap tadi, yang paling besar adalah construction process dalam life cycle of project management. So we go to last one, which is site. So definition of site. Site is place to transform. Okay, last kali, or which is definition on site, which is site is a place to transform, exploit, and utilize several basic resources such as manpower, materials, and machines into physical product. So site ni adalah place lah, tempat. So kita guna kita punya resources tadi, kita utilize kita punya manpower, material, machine untuk dapatkan produk. So this is site, tempat. And after the selected contractor from the previous bidding activity was being awarded, they will be given a notice to proceed with the actual construction. Orang dapat notice, and then lepas tu the contractor will grant an access to a site where the physical construction works will be commenced. Okay, dia dah dapat tanah tu, dah dapat dia punya tu apa ni, dah tukar nama, dah dapat tanah apa semua, dah dapat kebenaran untuk masuk, dia akan start buat kerja lah. Okay, so site can be considered a place where a constructed facility will be built. So a proper site planning is a must, where it will concurrently support the site operations and effective flow of resources without compromising the safety and health needs. That's why kita design bangunan, bila kita buat yang apa tu, site investigation, site investigation. Site investigation is to collect data from the location that we're going to do the project. Kita collect data and then dari situ kita buat design kan, planning design kita. Then we actually design based on 3F. 3F means that kita design 3 kali ganda dia punya safety tu, dia punya load tu daripada yang diperlukan. For example, kita punya load tu 100, ya dia akan support 100 load tapi kita design supaya dia boleh support 300 load. Itu yang kita panggil 3F safety factor. And then macam tu juga jalan, walaupun kerajaan kita had put this limitation, okay, you only can drive up to maximum 110 kilometers per hour, 110. But the road actually designed so that you can actually exceed more than that, okay. Cuma kita tak cakap lah, nanti kalau cakap kat rakyat Malaysia, sebenarnya kita design ni boleh pergi sampai 300 ni, pecut habis meter, pusing. Kalau meter dekat kereta tu 240 lah dia reject agaknya kalau dia tahu macam tu. So we do not tell this to public lah, okay. Tapi sebenarnya boleh, kita memang design 3 kali ganda. Alright, substantial generation of money in construction site which may determine either the particular construction will gain profit or losses. Okay, so of course kontraktor dia mesti nak dapatkan dia punya daripada projek tu dia dah dapat profit. So that's why kita ada consultant yang jaga, yang design according to the location. And also you need to know that it requires a significant attention on the efficiency, productivity and also quality. And especially on 2 essential activities which are the materials and equipment handling and also the workforce skills in utilizing those resources to produce an end product. So site activities need to be defined concisely in order to manage all resources efficient and effectively. Okay, supaya kita boleh guna sepenuhnya lah, optimize our resources. So for example, contohnya, that's why plan management is very important. Okay, for example, nak buat concreting, okay. Okay, sebab tu kita kata to manage our resources. For example, kalau awak dah beli concrete, okay, dah beli concrete, okay, kita hari ni kita nak buat concreting. We want to do the concreting for the building. So if you do not finish all the concrete that you bought, okay, semua yang bukan beli simen beli concrete. Concrete maksudnya dia dah bancuh. Okay, ready mix concrete. So if you not finish it, it will harden, keras dan memang akan jadi waste, kena buang. So that's why bila awak dah kerja nanti, engineers need to stay back sampailah tak kira lah concrete tu siap pukul berapa. Sebab kita nak guna resources yang sepenuhnya, kita tak nak dia jadi waste. Okay, jadi lagi satu, kenapa? Sebab kita ada dalam construction, bila kita join concrete, maksudnya satu floor, contohnya bila awak ada satu lantai, this floor, okay, you do not order enough concrete. For example, you want to do this rough foundation. Ini dah construction engineering dah, just I want to actually to explain this, manage all resources. For example, you want to build Tesco in the Parit Raja, nak buat lagi satu Tesco, and then they use this mat foundation. Okay, mat foundation macam mana? Dia macam satu lantai besar kan, very big floating foundation, and you need to actually concrete the whole floor, right, the whole foundation. So if you only order half of the concreting, you said that, okay, pukul 12 malam dah takkan orang nak kerja sampai malam, awak order separuh je concrete. This will create a cold joint. Here, a cold joint here, which For example, if tomorrow you want to continue the concrete thing, it will become two different floors, not one floor. Dia jadi dua kompartmen yang berbeza because dia tak bercantum elok jadi satu lantai, tak. Because we call it this cold joint. Dia takkan jadi sama. So yang tu yang akan jadi design feel. So that, and then it will affect others. So foundation is the basic, akar dia untuk bangunan. So bila foundation rosak, semua pun akan rosak, semua akan runtuh. Okay. Alright. Actually, we had finished our chapter 1.
Thank you very much for listening. Assalamualaikum. Thank you.